Hey class, this is a quick overview of similarities. This is in regards to lesson 6. This will also show up in 7, but most of this video is from lesson 6. First thing I had you guys do was to identify the different transformations that take place. And we're talking about translation, rotation, reflection, and dilation. Dilation is the one that we just started learning, where it goes from larger to smaller or vice versa. In this case, if I look at number 1 and I look from A to B, remember you always start with your letter that goes in descending order of the alphabet. A comes before B. I can see this N is now here. It's the opposite, which means I need to flip it, so it's a reflection. Number 2, there is clearly the same shape, but there's 2 different sizes. So therefore, it is a dilation because it dilated from smaller to larger in this case. Looking here, I can see that both my images are pointing down, and these are pointing more in the upper direction or the upper portion of the square. So that means if I turn it a little bit, they should be fitting the same direction. So that means it's a rotation. Here, these both are the same size of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the same length. So if I slide to the right and down, which means translation. So pause if you miss class. I just want you to quickly make sure your book is updated to similar figures. Similar figures are when 2 figures, if one can fit exactly over the other as a ridge, transformation, and a dilation. That means a reflection, rotation, or translation occurred, and then the image went smaller or larger. Note that the similar figures will always have the same shape and angles. Angles don't change even if it gets smaller or larger. The angles will always stay the same because the shape stays the same. One thing that we focused on in class in regards to finding similar is being able to find the scale factor. If you can find the scale factor between the 2 and determine that the angles are the same, then you can say they're similar if they're different sizes. Here's an example. Scale factor is found by putting the new measurement divided by the old, and you will get scale factor. A rectangle A, that's going to be original since A comes first, has the length of 3 and the width of 4. Rectangle B is a dilation that has a length of 15 and a width of 20. What is the scale factor? Now, it doesn't indicate to use length or width. Just make sure whatever you decide you keep the same. So, for example, if you did length, the new was 15 and the original is 3. 15 over 3 would give me 5. Or if you use width, you would have 20 as the width, which is the new, and then the 3 as the original. I'm sorry, the 4 is the original. When you divide, you get a scale factor of 5. Notice that both are the same scale factor. Another one that we did on our desk was a picture measuring 12 inches on one side was enlarged to 72 inches. What's the scale factor? Well, the new or the enlarged is 72 inches and the old or the original is 12. Therefore, if you divide 72 on the top, 12 on the bottom, you will get a scale factor of 6. Today's learning goals was to determine if they are similar figures. A few things that you want to understand is, 1, you need to find the transformation that occurred. And that means rotation, reflection, or and translation. And then what was the dilation? In this case, I can see one triangle and then the other. Therefore, I can determine that this one, LME, translated up, and then it's a scale factor 2. Well, how do we find that? Here's my original. You go by the letters. And then I go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is my new. 6 divided by 3 will give me a scale factor of 2. So if you said the figure translated and then dilated by a scale factor of 2, you would be correct. Here's another one. In this case, we did have patty paper, we did have rulers in the classroom, we were able to measure. But notice that this shape, D and E, corresponds with K and J, but they're not facing the same direction. So there actually had to be a reflection. And with the reflection, if you use your ruler, you will be able to know that this is one portion, and this is actually 1, 2, 3 of the same portion. So this enlarged to a scale factor of 3. So just a quick overview. We did similarity, and similarity means that the ridge transformation occurred, like you can see in your homework. This is a translation, and then a dilation. Since the two figures are the same, they are triangles. However, they're different sizes. For homework help, just go ahead and check out the second video.